Well, next year sees the 100-year anniversary since the end of World War I, the war to end all wars, we were told, and yet a war that saw unparalleled suffering, misery and death, and subsequent wars unfortunately saw that since. But I think it's right that we in York remember that as a civic organisation where so many York residents who are people's great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, went to war, didn't come back, or were injured, and we've got to mark their memory. As the old saying is, we will remember them. Well, the role of the council and the role of the motion that was submitted to full council a few months ago is to really look at bringing together some of the things that people were doing and how we as a council can facilitate that. So it might, for example, be an organisation that needs a bit of funding, although that's very limited. It might be something about publicising an event, or it might be putting people in contact. There might be a museum that has an expertise that a local school wants to benefit from. So we want to be the link and the facilitator in basically just raising the profile. So for 200,000 people in York, let's just try and add a bit more recognition of World War I to their lives. Well, what we've said as a task group since we were set up is that people should come, give us their ideas, and we've had some of those filtered in over the last few weeks and we're looking at them. We're actually going to be meeting this week to go through some of those suggestions, but it's an ongoing process. So if people have something, there's a council email address which was set up, people can feed in their suggestions to that, we'll then look at them. And so far we've had a lot from organisations, so some of the museums, some of the councillors, but I think it's ordinary people out there as well that would be interested in hearing what they want to do. Or if people are in a local community and they want to do something in their village hall, then we urge them to do it, and we urge them to sort of get in contact with us to see how we can potentially help, but to make it a bigger affair, more educational, and something that will work for everybody.